Let's go. So what's up, y'all? It's your boy Sean P back again. I told you I would be back later today with more on the Hitboy&Nas run. So earlier we looked at King's Disease 3 and we gave our I gave my opinion and review on that. But now I want to get into maybe a bigger topic, if you will, and a topic that kind of came up out of nowhere. Well, it was two topics. One, I want to look at Hitboy as a producer and where he stands in history, and I want to single him out and really think long and hard as his place as one of the greatest producers in just not hip-hop but music history. And is this man on the level production-wise of Kanye West? And I compare him to Kanye West for several reasons. They're very similar in I think production style, with their ability to bring artists together and bring the best out of artists. But the second point is Nas and Hitboy, are they a hip-hop duo that's on the level of Gangstarr? And that's the next one that we're going to talk about also, you know what I mean? So it's a juicy, it's kind of controversial. I want to say controversial. It's debatable, but as I pull this up, but basically, I really want to get to the bottom of this as to Hitboy&Nas and really their place in hip hop history as a duo. But let's start with Hitboy. And even though he's went on a magical run with Nas, putting out a Grammy Award-winning album out of the four strong projects, and this guy's got hits coming out, what. I mean, he's got Drop the World with Lil Wayne and Eminem, Niggas in Paris with Kanye West and Jay-Z, Cold with Kanye West, Click with Jay-Z, Backstreet Freestyle with Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? He's got hits with Drake, Beyonce, Travis Scott. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. Racks in the Middle, which won a Grammy for Nipsey Hussle. He's got the resume, and he's got the resume that crosses over to the pop world as well with Beyonce and Rihanna. He's got the hip-hop cachet with songs like One Train, with the classic collabo with A$AP Rocky and those guys. A$AP Rocky, Big Crit. He's got production credits for Jennifer Lopez. I mean, it goes on and on and on. This guy, he's got it all. And to cap off, he's got the Grammy Award-winning album with Nas. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is similar to Kanye West. Kanye West, he's got 21 Grammys, 23 Grammys, of course. But I don't know if Blueprint, I got to do my research and know if Blueprint won a Grammy with Jay-Z. But as for the best album, I know they did with No Hits in a While. No song. The song Frank Ocean, Jay-Z, and Kanye West. No Church in a While. That's what it is. But he has a very, very similar catalog when you look at it to Kanye West as far as production is concerned. And he's got the hits. He's got the Grammy accolades. He's got the street respect. He's got the ability to make, pop songs, catchy pop records, as well as trap, drill, and also, traditional boom bap hip hop. I mean, he's got the total package. Why does he not get the respect of a Kanye West, of I would dare say even a Swizz Beatz, you know, because with this run with Nas, he's definitely put himself in that top 20, top 15 all-time category. I don't know what you think, but he's got everything. He's got the resume from the accolades to the sales. I mean, Click, Niggas in Paris sold, almost went diamond. It sold 9 million records. You know what I mean? So why is it he doesn't get mentioned in the Kanye West type of stratosphere? Because he definitely belongs there, as well as doing, you know, street records. You know what I mean? With dudes, especially, you know, what he's done with Nas. He's done joints with Nipsey Hussle. I mean, the list goes on. So to me, I feel that if you put his resume up next to Kanye West, I'm not going to say he's better than Kanye West, but it's pretty damn close now, especially with the King's Disease run. It's definitely close. You can argue he has the classic resume. Now, what I'll say is, as an artist, that's where Kanye West washes him, because Kanye West as a rapper came out with an original style, and he doesn't have College Dropout, Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, or Late Registration as an artist. But I mean, the Nas run, the King's Disease run, album-wise, is going to get him that cachet as far as putting out a classic to maybe 2 classic albums. Because I think when it's said and done, 2 classic albums are going to come out of that. Whether it's King's Disease 2 or Magic, or if you want to put King's Disease 3 in there. I think 1 or 3 of those, 2 of those are going to go down as a classic. So, I mean, I don't know. To me, I think he compares very favorably with Kanye West as a producer, but I think the artistry from Kanye West is going to put him over, because he's not the... Hitboy's an okay artist, but he's not the rapper or the hit maker that Kanye West is. But same thing with Swizz Beatz, you know what I mean? And I think that's another guy he's comparable with, you know what I mean? But I think he's a more versatile producer than Swizz Beatz. So do we put him ahead of Swizz Beatz at this point? You know what I mean? I mean, really, if you want to be technical about it, he's got the pop resume to compete with... He's got enough pop songs to compete with Timberland, but I don't think Timberland's going to wash him out when he get to the Timberlake record. So he'll get washed that way, but he's still got pop records too. But where do you rank Hitboy all time as a producer? Is he in your top 10, top 15, top 20, top 25? Because I'm telling you, I think that he is the new extension, the new age Kanye West, and I would dare to put him in the top 15. I think that's definitely a debatable. He's top 20 hands down, top 15 debatable. He hasn't done it as long as an Alchemist, as a Kanye West, as a Swizz Beatz. So maybe some time needs to catch up. And he's not going to be as iconic as Primo, Timberland, Dre, that created a whole sound for a whole era, you know. But I think he's definitely in that third tier, arguably second tier, GOAT producers. So that's that, you know. He definitely needs to get more recognition. Now, the Gangstarr comparison, you know what I mean? This is interesting. Apparently, this came out of a comment that Nas made coming up, and he mentioned that I feel that me and Hitboy is in the same conversation as being a new age Gangstarr, you know. I posted in my group, the Hip Hop Roundtable. It got some pushback. People was like, nah, you reaching, like, nah, I think that's a reach. But here, I want to take a better look at this. Is it really a reach? Is it really a reach, though? Because when you look at King's Disease 1, 2, Magic, and King's Disease 3, those four, let's match them up against Gangstar's top four. You know what I mean? I got their resume up right here, and I'd say, I'd say Hard to Earn and Moment of Truth. They're hands down classics. I would also say that Daily Operation and I would say Step in the Arena are fire joints as well. They got two classics out of that, okay? You can argue that out of the Hitboy&Nas run, you're going to get 1 to 2 classics out of those. I think the King's Disease run, it probably averages out to about a 9 out of 10. When you look at Step in the Arena, Daily Operation, Hard to Earn, Moment of Truth, that's about a 9 out of 10 too. I mean, you got probably Hard to Earn and Moment of Truth are probably 9.5 out of 10. Daily Operation and Step in the Arena, they're probably 8.5 out of 10 or so. So when it averages out, it's comparable. It's definitely comparable. That's one. Two, let's look at their chemistry together, because, I mean, Nas fits Hitboy's production so well as far as the chemistry they have in the studio together. You know, they're really cohesive. Nas, he brought a side out of Nas we didn't know he could have, with diverse flows, switching up tones, all kinds of things. And Nas sounds better over Hitboy beats than the monotone style of Guru over a Primo beat. I would even argue that Primo made Guru more of a better MC, more than Hitboy made Nas a better MC, because Nas was a GOAT without Hitboy. You know, if it wasn't for DJ Premier, Guru would have been a fire lyricist and a fire rapper, but I don't know if he would have took his game to the level that he would as an MC. So Nas is definitely the better MC than Guru. Let's get that out of the way. So when you take those three factors into it, is it really out of line to compare Nas and Hitboy to Gangstarr? And when you take those three factors, you know, when you look into it, and not to mention that they're more decorated because, of course, they won a Grammy and been Grammy nominated, you know, the only thing you can hang on to with the Gangstarr argument is if you're old head. You're old head like me, and you basically are saying, well, they're classic just because they're back in the 90s. And that's that, and that's the end of the argument, because they came out of the classic era. But see, this is the problem I have. You know, people need to stop with this. All of a sudden, hip-hop just ended in 2000, and whatever is back there, we got to leave alone, and we can never compare it to anything else, because this is a very viable comparison. When you look at the best 4 albums from Gangstarr, they can match up. It's a matchup. As we say in sports, you can match them up. Now, here's my thing. I'm not saying that Nas and Hitboy are better than Gangstarr, okay? All I'm saying is it's a conversation. And listen, Hard to Earn and Moment of Truth, Hard to Earn and Moment of Truth are hands down classics. We can agree on that. I believe at least Nas and Hitboy are going to have at least 1, maybe 2 classics. At least 1. Okay? Which, if you got the classic to beat and the rest of the albums were pretty strong, which Step in the Arena, Daily Operation, you could compare as good albums to pretty good albums like King's Disease 1 or King's Disease 3 or King's Disease 2. It's comparable. That's all I'm saying, is it's a debate. So really, was Nas out of line from comparing Gangstarr to Nas and Hitboy if the only premise you have is, well, fuck that, you can't compare them because they got classic stuff from the 90s and you can't touch anything or compare anything today from the 90s? If that's your only premise, that's a weak premise. That is a weak debate. You know what I mean? Because when you look at it objectively, there are things that you could say Nas and Hitboy does just as good or even better than DJ Premier and Guru did. So, in the end of the day, I'm telling you, Hitboy deserves more flowers on the all-time list, on the all-time producer list. And definitely, I don't think that they are better than Gangstarr, but I do believe that Nas and Hitboy, with the 4 albums they put out, can compare against Gangstarr in several areas. You know what I'm definitely the chemistry area and cohesiveness. Definitely as far as being more Nas being more a versatile MC than Guru, and also the albums, the best 4 albums from Gangstarr versus the best 4 from Nas and Hitboy. So it's definitely a discussion. That's all I'm saying for that. So with that, again, thanks again. Check out my video. We did a lot of videos today. Check out my review, King's Disease 3. Check out my take on the violence in hip hop on Hip Hop Roundtable, and definitely like, share, and subscribe, please. We need more. We need to get the roundtable and get the discussion going. Definitely leave your comments in YouTube. So with that, enjoy the rest of your night and the rest of your weekend, and I'll catch up with you all right? Peace.